So today, I thought I would let you know or give you a peek into what I usually eat. I had a lot of questions of what do you eat in a day? What do you take in? What is it that you don't eat? And I do have a video earlier that I just spoke about what I don't eat. But today I want to speak to you about what I do eat and include almost every day. These are 7 foods that I think are packed with nutrients and satiety so that when I eat them, I feel good. The key is preparation, and today we're going to talk about that. So let's just start out from the beginning. One of the foods that I always have is avocado. I always have avocados on hand, and I eat basically one a day. The only time I don't eat a full avocado is if I am fasting for a full day, and sometimes I do that. But usually the rest of the days when I'm not fasting for a full day, an avocado is something that I always fit in. They're healthy fats. They help to keep your blood sugar balanced. They help with satiety so you feel full because they're giving you those healthy fats. And it's so good for our brain, for our hormones, for fat loss. We actually need fat to lose fat. And a healthy fat like an avocado is something that I add in every single day. Now there is a trick to it because I buy them ahead of time, once a week. And so I make sure that I get a little bag of avocados that is not ripe, and I get a couple that are almost ripe and one ripe, so that as I'm going through the week, they ripen up perfectly and they just make a great addition. I add them every morning to my breakfast. If I don't, I will have them with my second meal. But an avocado is something that gives you everything you need, helps you to feel satisfied, and really helps you to balance those things like blood sugar, like your hormones, that we look to do every day. The second thing that I make sure I eat every single day is eggs. I have eggs every single day. I like them scrambled, I like them fried, I like them boiled. And lately what I've been doing is I boil the eggs up, and when they're soft boiled, in between soft and hard boiled, I boil them about 8 minutes. I take them off the stove, put them in some ice water. A bowl with ice and water really helps them so that you can peel them a lot better. And then I slice them up. These are so good. And what I do is after I slice them up, or as I'm getting them ready, I just put a little bit of butter, maybe 3 tablespoons of butter on the stove with some crushed garlic in it. Let that simmer a while to get the garlic all good and browned a little bit. And then after I slice the eggs on the plate, I actually pour that butter, that garlic butter, over those egg slices. It tastes so good. It's a treat to me. And I cook probably 5, maybe 6 eggs, and I'll eat those. They fill me up. They give me the protein that I need. They give me the nutrients that I need. They help with balancing, again, hormones and keeping your insulin regulated because they aren't causing a big glucose spike in your blood. You have eggs, they give you the nutrients, all the amino acids that you need to build muscle and help your cells be healthy. And so eggs every single day. I will buy a bunch of eggs at that one time a week that I go shopping, and I will eat them. I will eat 5 or 6 a day, unless I'm fasting for the whole day. Otherwise, I eat the eggs and I enjoy them. And I mix up how I cook them: scrambled, boiled, fried. You really can't go wrong. Sometimes I may add some full fat cottage cheese to them to make them more creamy and add a little more protein to them. But I enjoy eggs every single day, and they help you to feel full. They help to balance your blood sugar. They give you the building blocks that you need for muscle and bone and to help your cells to stay healthy. And so eggs are a definite must every single day. Okay, and the third thing that I always have on hand is bacon. There's a couple of reasons for this. First of all, when I'm having eggs, I like to add bacon to it. Bacon isn't really a great source of protein. There's a little bit of protein in them, but it's not a lot of protein. But I basically have them, not for the protein, but for the added taste and flavor to my eggs. because I have them right alongside my eggs, but also to give it that crunch, that variety that I can add to my eggs every single day. But also I save the bacon grease. And the reason why I save the bacon grease is because bacon grease is one of those healthy fats. We have lots of healthy fats, but bacon grease actually adds such a good flavor when you are scrambling your eggs. I put bacon grease. I have a little container. I just got it on Amazon, and I can keep my bacon grease right in there. And so I will use that to fry my eggs on. Makes them taste so good. I fry hamburgers when I use in my bacon grease. And I know when I tell the family, like, I've fried it in bacon grease, they really don't like to hear that, so I really don't tell them, but it adds flavor. It adds flavor, it adds healthy fat. You're saving money because you're using you're using the bacon and the grease. And that little container has a strainer right on it where you pour the grease in, and it strains if there's little chunks of bacon out, and helps the grease to go in the bottom of the container, and you can use it. I use it to grease a pizza pan. I use it to grease my frying pans. It is such a great thing to have in the kitchen. I also use it, pro tip here, I use it as a dressing. If I'm going to have something that I want a little bit of dressing on, like chicken salad, I will add a little bacon grease. And you can actually even make a mayonnaise out of bacon grease. So there's so much that you can do with it, and it's such a good fat to have around. It doesn't go bad. It sits on my counter, and I love it. So bacon is number 3. Number 4 is something that not everybody is going to love or appreciate, and that is sardines. Now, there is a lot of controversy about fish and mercury in the fish. Sardines are so small, and they don't spend a long time in the ocean, and they actually give you all the omegas, the omega fats that you need for your brain, for your heart, and they give you collagen because you're eating the bones. They give you the protein and fat in a perfect ratio to help you feel satisfied, helps to balance hormones. You can even eat just sardines and help to bring your insulin level, to bring your glucose down and help stabilize your insulin and fight insulin resistance. Sardines are a superfood with all the things they can offer us, the vitamins, the minerals, the building blocks that we need in our body. And one little tin can really satisfy your hunger for a while. So I love having sardines. I eat them right from the can. Some people like to fry them up in some butter. I eat them right from the can. If you're not a fishy person and you don't like fish, well, then you don't have to eat them. You could also get your omegas in a pill form, one that's clean and good for you. But I love eating sardines. I feel good. They help my blood sugar to stay balanced. They are a staple in my diet. I usually have them probably 2 to 3 times a week, maybe more depending. And they're perfect on Fridays, because I like to fast on Fridays. That's one of the things I like to do. And lots of times my fasting will be, instead of going the whole day, sometimes I opt to have a 500 calorie meal, which would make it like a down day, because Jen Stevens was one of the people who taught about having an up day and a down day when you're fasting. And it almost gives your body the benefit of a full day fasting if you have just a 500 calorie meal really quick and then go back to fasting until the next day. So I do that on Fridays. Well, that 500 calorie meal, I don't want it to have any meat in it. If I'm going to fast, I'll fast all day. But if I'm not going to fast all day, I'm going to have something to eat. I'm not going to have meat on Fridays. That's just something I practice as a Catholic that I follow for my own. It's not required, but it's something that I like to follow. So I will have a can of sardines and an avocado as a 500 calorie meal on Friday, but also my fasting day. Sardines fit right perfectly in that, and that's what I have. I allow that, sardines, the avocado, and then I also drink on that day. I have a little mocktail, metabolism mocktail that I indulge in, that I take mostly every day, and that I can put it right into that 500 calorie meal, and it's just such a treat in the middle of the day. Fasting is not supposed to be a party. But when I can break it up and do just that 500 calorie meal, have my drink that I call happy juice that I love, that and sardines and an avocado, it's a perfect 500 calorie meal, and it just helps me to press on and feel good. And then one of the things I've noticed is, because it's summertime, the days are longer, I like to have that 500 calorie meal, that meal in the middle of the day, just to keep me going, because I'm going to be outside longer. I'm going to be doing more things, getting outside. So I will have that meal, and I just think that that's a perfect 500 calorie meal. So I have my happy juice, I have my avocado, and I have my sardines. I eat that very quick, and I'm ready for the rest of the day. The next thing that I eat almost every single day is ground beef, hamburger. I like hamburger. I can make it with taco seasoning and have it that way. I can make like a burger that tastes sort of like Big Mac. I add some pickle juice and maybe a little plain Greek yogurt to it and some mustard. That to me, and I just make like a bowl with the hamburger, the little toppings I have, pickles maybe, and maybe sprinkle a little cheese on that. I don't eat much dairy, but I will put a little bit of cheese, and that is a protein bowl for me. I can add in bacon grease into that hamburger, which makes it even more satisfying and helps me to just feel like I am just indulging in a beautiful bowl of meat, which I am. Hamburger is just good for us. It's our food, and it's cheaper. It's economical to get hamburger. I can buy a big bag on the weekends, and it lasts me through the week, and that is great to have for protein. My focus when I eat is protein, healthy fats, and I may add a vegetable as a garnish, but I don't worry about carbohydrates. I don't believe we need carbohydrates to live. I believe our body are quite capable of living off meat and some fat, and that's how we were created. And so I may add in a vegetable if I have a craving for it, but it doesn't happen very much. And vegetables really don't agree with me. They give me indigestion, and I don't feel my best when I'm eating vegetables. So that's one thing that I don't really focus on during my daily eating. I focus on getting my protein goals in. Now, protein goals, it's different for everybody. It's different for every single person. The average, what you hear a lot of people say, is to have 1 gram of protein for each pound of ideal body weight. What do you want to weigh? And so you put a gram of protein for each pound. Sometimes I make that, sometimes I don't, but the average is I average between 100 and 110 grams of protein per day. Is that what you should eat? I'm not saying that. I'm saying figure out what works best for you and do it that way. But that's how I feel. And so when I eat my meals, I usually eat 2 meals a day. Right now, that's what I'm focused on. I've done the 1 meal a day. I've done the 3 meals a day. I've done the 3 meals and 2 snacks a day. I feel best when I'm fasting quite a bit and having 2 meals. And so that's what I do. The next thing that I have pretty much every day is I make sure I have chicken. And I like to have chicken breast. I cook it in the crock pot, or I'll even use canned chicken. And I'll make a chicken salad and add some plain Greek yogurt with a little bit of seasoning in it. I add some bacon grease to that and maybe some chopped green onions or a little bit of celery. But I love chicken salad. It's filling, it's giving you protein. Plus you add the bacon grease, you're getting some fat, a little bit of Greek yogurt, makes it creamy, salt and pepper, a little bit of onion salt if you like, but it is so good. I love chicken salad, especially it's summertime. And so I love having a chicken salad with my avocado or with some bacon. It's easy. You can have a whole chicken and keep it in your refrigerator and just pick off it all week long. I prefer bone in and skin on, but if I have to just purchase a chicken breast, I will, and I will add fat to that, but also canned chicken. It's perfect if you don't have a lot of time. I know a lot of the reasons we give for not eating healthy is we just don't have time. Canned chicken, even though it's not probably your best option, it's still better than eating processed foods or things that aren't healthy for you. And canned chicken, you're getting plenty of protein, adding some creaminess, some fat to it. It's perfect. It will keep you satisfied for hours. It will help to level out your blood sugar and help your insulin to stay stable. It is perfect for metabolic health, for your hormones, to stay satisfied and to keep you from picking throughout the day. You know, we're not supposed to be eating all the time. We're not grazers. Our ancestors used to find food, eat it, fill up on it, and then go again and start fasting. Go hours before they ate again, or maybe till the next day. So we aren't supposed to be grazing. We aren't cows in a field constantly chewing on food. We are supposed to eat and then move on to the rest of our lives until it's time to eat again.
Hello, just
Hi.
Thank you.
So eating all those things each day help me to feel my best, help me to maintain my weight, and to maybe just lean out a little bit as I continue the rest of my lifestyle, the rest of the habits that I put into place every day. I will say that getting enough protein in every day, especially if you're not used to it, can be hard to make sure that you're getting so many grams in. One of the things I like to incorporate into my daily meals, maybe every day, maybe on just days when I know I just don't feel like eating, but some days I just am not that hungry, and I will use a protein shake. Now, my favorite is Equip brand Prime Protein. It is a beef isolate protein. It's not made from whey, and I really enjoy the taste. I like how easy it mixes. My favorite flavor right now is the peanut butter. One of the things I've given up in my primal lifestyle in the way I've eaten is peanut butter. And when I can have something that tastes like peanut butter, a good protein that's good for me, I'm going to enjoy it. So I whip this up, I mix it up with some water, add some ice, and actually I do add in egg whites. I have a carton of egg whites. I'll add those in to make it even creamier with more protein, and that fills me up and helps me to meet my protein goals each day. Sometimes, especially in the summer, I'm not really hungry to eat. It might be too hot out, I might be too busy, but grabbing a protein shake really helps me to reach those goals each day. So Prime Protein is one of my recommended proteins. I will put actually a link down below so that you can check it out for yourself. You get 15% off through my link, so why not give it a try? And I highly suggest peanut butter. Now, as I said, I focus on getting my protein. I do throughout the day, I drink lots of water. I use electrolytes. I like Redmond electrolytes, Real Light, and I also like LMNT electrolytes. Both of those have a variety of flavors that you could choose from. They're delicious. I love the saltiness of them. If I'm in my fasting window, then I will only have the unflavored electrolytes. Starting my day out with unflavored electrolytes in my water really helps to hydrate my body, my brain, and make me feel my best. The other thing is coffee. I have black coffee, not as much as I used to, but coffee is something you can enjoy, a black coffee. I have hot black coffee, I have iced black coffee throughout my day, and sometimes I will add in some heavy cream and make up just a creamy iced coffee with some of my Prime Protein powder to mix in that tastes so good and gives me protein, gives me a treat. There are different things I may add in during the day, but those foods are the ones that I usually eat every day. It's not a big variety. Yes, we should have different foods when the opportunity comes along. But for me, if I have in my home what I'm going to eat available and easy for me to do, I'm going to stick on plan. I'm going to make sure I stick with it. And I think having the sardines, having the beef, having the eggs, the bacon, the avocado gives me a variety of things that I need, my body needs. I do take some supplements. I can share those in another video of exactly what supplements I do take. It's not many. And I make sure that I have those each day with what I'm eating, and it's a healthy, well-rounded diet of food that I eat every day. So my way of eating and fasting and living my life is something that has taken years to come to fruition, years for me tweaking and changing things up, but this is where I feel best. This is where it helps me to maintain my weight loss. I feel better every day. I feel younger every year, and it really helps me to stay healthy for my family, for my mission, my purpose here on earth. And so I just wanted to share with you the main foods that I have. It doesn't have to be complicated, and you don't have to go out and get all these wild ingredients to make sure that you are having the best diet possible. I think with a little bit of supplementation, not much, but making sure that you're eating the basic things you ever need every day, healthy fats, healthy protein, adding in some other things that maybe you want to add into your diet for you. This is what works best for me. And this is how I know to make sure that I am nurturing my body in a way that's healthy. Like I said, I don't eat many vegetables. I eat basically protein, healthy fats. Fiber doesn't even really work into the equation. I feel that we get plenty of nutrients and what we need from the meat and the fats that I eat. I feel good. I've healed many things within my body. I'm just healthy and I don't get sick. And I have a lot of that is contributed not only to my diet, but also to the fasting I do to help boost my immunity, boost my energy, boost my cognitive ability. All of these things work together for a lifestyle. And of course, I always bring God into my lifestyle to help me stay on track. I have brought him in from the beginning. I prayed for a way. He led me to the way that I should start eating and fasting. That came through prayer and it's changed, it's tweaked, but he put me on the road to a healthier me. And so that's what I'm sharing with you today. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to put links down below of all the things that I mentioned that I use so that if you're interested, you could click on those links, look at the things that I have talked about, the protein powder, the happy drink, the happy juice that I drink every day. So that's what I eat in the day. It's not very fancy. It's not a bunch of different kinds of foods. Basically, every day I eat about the same thing. When we go out sometime to a restaurant, I might get something different, but I really stick to the basics for me because I know it, I guess. It's part of me now, and I just feel best on it. I don't have to think. I don't have food noise because of what I eat. I'm not thinking about a dessert or anything like that. I eat to live. I don't live to eat. And so the stuff I eat is stuff to keep me healthy and living long and fulfilling my purpose. And when I have those basics in my day, I'm not thinking about, oh, what could I eat next? Because I already know. And it fills me. I feel satisfied until my next meal. Fasting is easier. Sticking to my diet is easier because I know what I'm going to have. I have it available. And I know my reason why I'm eating it. So it makes it easier. So I would encourage you, find your why. Find out what it is that you love and you want to eat, that you could eat every day. And then just build that into your life so that it's easy and you don't have to think about it and you're not worrying what's the next thing you're going to be able to put in your mouth or in your body. A healthy body, a healthy mind, and the ability to get up every day without feeling sore or feeling sick doesn't just happen. We have to plan. We have to do it intentionally because our lifestyles, that's just the way it is. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.